Welcome back, everybody. We are getting ready to make some soap and wasn't real sure what to do with this one exactly. I had bought the scent and it wasn't quite what I thought it was. It's still a really good scent, but it's Paramore by Nurture Soap. So I kind of came up with this idea to use these premium rosebud dried flowers, and I painted them to match with mica, to match the color of the accent. So let's get started. Pour that down. Doesn't seem to really take very much today. And I'm going to have to probably mix it one more time once I get my accent color poured off, because I want this to be a white soap, not my normal cream. So I don't want a ton of accent, just some, I think, right down the middle. And I also am testing out some small molds here off to the side. So I apologize, but I gotta get these poured. I'm gonna test this out in the, because I've never used it before, so I'm going to put some in there. Let's see how it mixes up, because I have to put titanium dioxide in the other part. So far, so good. Okay, so time to do this. So we're gonna get our titanium dioxide mixed up here. Get this mixed up. And I'm going to go ahead and pour the rest of this in here and give it a quick turn with the stick blender for the titanium dioxide, because you have to make sure you get it mixed in good. Okay. So we're going to pour this in, oh, but I think just a little bit. And then we're going to do the red down the middle and do a little bit of a hanger swirl to move it around. Okay. So far, so good. Oh, this got thick. All right, let's get this in here before it does that. Got rosebud petals in my mold. Yep, it definitely starts to set up. I figured it would. I was surprised when the red didn't, but kind of worried that this will be hard to move around in there, so I'm gonna try to layer it to see if that will help get it down in the soap. try to get just a little bit more and do it again. I'll save that for the very top. I was hoping to do a drop swirl with this, but don't think that's going to happen. And it very well could be it's just the titanium dioxide that made it accelerate like that. That's why I don't use it as often for designs. Okay, let's do hanger swirl and then we'll see what we come up with. Well, wow, that really set up quick. But if I don't ever try new fragrances, you can never find one, you know. cut this soap, and this is the one that it accelerated on me, and it ended up getting extremely hot. And first soap I've had to put in the freezer right after I poured it, pretty much. It spiked up to a really high temperature, and I was afraid it was going to start splitting. Just all around, for whatever reason, that fragrance oil just did not behave well at all. So the design on the top was completely different than what I had originally planned. I wanted it to be an all-white soap with like red swirls right in here. And I was going to mush the top up and put one of these rose little flowers on top of each one of those pikes or peaks. But I had to kind of change my design because it heated up so quickly. I was unable to barely even get it in the mold. So fingers crossed that it's somewhat pretty on the inside. We will see. It got really hard really quick because it was so hot right after I had poured it. So we're going to get a little bit of this edge cut off, and then I'll have to see where I'm at for cutting. So just on the end piece, there's none. Like, and I really did a pretty severe hanger swirl on that as well. So we'll see where we end up. They can't all be winners, especially when you're trying out a new design. It happens. It's disappointing, but not the end of the world. Okay, so normally I have it marked for my normal bars, but with the embeds it's going to be a little bit different. Mainly I'm just trying to get halfway between, try to get them close to the same size. Well, would you look at that? So, not a complete loss. I'm happy that at least I've got some red, and I was really afraid that it was going to be this like pink murky color, because on the side where I could see, it had mixed with the white and become pink. So even though it fought me every inch of the way trying to get this loaf done, as long as most of them look like that, there's not much I can be upset about. I do know that video is going to be very fun to edit, considering it took me twice as long to figure out what I was going to do and get, I filmed everything, and I'm going to have to go back through and edit, because good golly, did it take forever. So, pleasantly surprised, actually. They turned out a lot better on the inside than I thought they were going to. I'm just going to cut one more. And I just put this on its side because of all the mica on top. I was afraid that if I cut down this way that it would drag some of that down, down through. So very close to what I was going for here. Maybe, a little bit more swirling, but it was very, very ploppy to get it in the mold. All right, thanks for watching, guys.